and welcome. As you can tell by the title, I'm the obsessed movie man. OMM. Well, it's Valentine's Day, and I'm doing what I normally do on Valentine's Day. Watching romance movies. Yes, I do watch romance movies, though they are not my favorite ones. I wanted to give my top 5 favorite romance movies. We won't really go into the plot of each film, but we will talk about the relationships between the characters in the film. Here we go. Here are my top 5 favorite romance films. Number 5. Silver Linings Playbook. Pat, a man who is suffering from bipolar disorder, is trying to get his life back on track and win back his wife who was previously cheating on him. Yeah, she's truly someone you want to get back. He comes across a dysfunctional woman named Tiffany who agrees to help Pat reconcile with his wife under the condition that he be her partner for a dance competition. The two have a very odd relationship but are both very similar. They both have lost someone very special to them, both have a mental disorder of some sort, and both have a specific goal they are out to achieve. What I really like about this relationship is how Pat doesn't even realize that he is falling in love with Tiffany. He's completely ignorant while Tiffany begins falling for him. When Pat finally realizes that he does love Tiffany, I feel the need to cheer and yell out, "Go get her!" It's a marvelous love story that keeps you on the edge of your seat. Number 4. Roman Holiday. Anne is a princess who, like most princesses in these kinds of movies, is bored of her royal lifestyle. While in Rome, she sneaks out to explore the area but grows tired due to a sedative she was given earlier. Enter reporter Joe. He finds Anne and gives her a place to spend the night. Joe is about to be fired from his job, but when he learns that the girl he helped was the missing princess, he devises a plan to get an exclusive from her, thus saving his job. What stands out to me is the mystery of the story. Joe doesn't tell Anne that he knows she's the princess, and Anne does everything she can do to make sure that he doesn't figure it out. He shows Anne all that Rome has to offer, and as the day progresses, they begin to fall in love. So now Joe is conflicted about giving his report to the media. You think you know how it's going to end, with them getting together in the end. But the movie surprisingly doesn't take that route. I won't spoil what happens, but I'll say when Joe confronts Anne at her press conference, it's a very touching and somewhat heartbreaking scene. Roman Holiday is a great film to watch this holiday. Number 3. Casablanca. During World War II, Rick Blaine runs a nightclub in Casablanca. He secretly tries to get refugees out of the area and into the US. One day, he has a blast from the past when his old flame, Ilsa, walks into his establishment. She and her husband need help get out of Casablanca, and only Rick can help them. Rick pretty much doesn't want to help because of his past with Ilsa. When they were in a relationship, she believed her husband was dead. That's when she fell in love with Rick. But upon learning that her husband was alive, she left Rick without an explanation. Is it possible, however, that Ilsa still has feelings for Rick? What do you think? The love triangle is tied together nicely, and actor Humphrey Bogart does a fantastic job portraying a pretty damaged and depressed man. The highlight for me is the ending when Ilsa has to make her choice with who she will stay with. Again, I won't spoil it, but let me just say, Bogart gives a great speech to her that is bound to make you feel sorry for not just him, but for all the characters. Sometimes love really does go well with tragedy, and this is the perfect example. Here's looking at you, kid. Number 2. Amelie. This one? I don't know how to describe it, but I'll try. Amelie is a waitress, a very odd yet kind woman. One day, Amelie decides to secretly help other people. That's basically the movie. So what does this have to do with romance? Well, Amelie does come across a man who she begins showing feelings for, but she is terrified to confront him and begins playing this kind of cat and mouse game with him. What I think the story is suggesting is that Amelie is so concerned with making everyone else happy that she fails to make herself happy. She's had flings with men, but it doesn't seem like she's ever really fallen in love. That's what I really love about this movie. It's about Amelie falling in love for the first time, and we see how she copes with this feeling. On top of that, Amelie is a very likable person. She has the imagination and curiosity of a child, and an impressive creativity. It's a different kind of romantic film. It doesn't show you the relationship, but it shows you the build-up to the start of one, and that's something I have not seen before. That's Amore. Number 1. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Joel and his girlfriend Clementine have been experiencing difficulties in their relationship. In short, neither of them are happy. Joel visits Clementine at work one day, only to discover that she has absolutely no memory of him. It turns out Clementine underwent a procedure to have all memories of Joel erased from her mind. Distraught, depressed, and angered, Joel decides to undergo the procedure himself. As he reflects on all his memories, however, he decides he doesn't want this to happen, and he tries to stop the program from erasing his memories. Where should I start? The depiction of their relationship is genius. We see everything backwards, starting with the end of their relationship and ending with the beginning of the relationship. Basically, it's a non-linear narrative. As an audience, we are intrigued at seeing what went wrong with their relationship and wonder how did it start in the first place. The portrayals are some of the best I've ever seen in any romance movie. It stars Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet, and I think this is both of them at their absolute best. I love how Clementine still remains in Joel's subconscious and actually tries helping him to remember her. My favorite scene is near the end, when Joel sees his first meeting with Clementine. When he first met her, Clementine suggested they check out this house on the beach, but Joel was too nervous and he left. As he recollects on the last memory, Clementine says to him that this time he doesn't have to go. From there, they share one last moment together. I promise I will not give away the ending because this is something one needs to see and not just have someone like me spoil it. I can literally talk about it for another hour, but what I will do instead is recite the poem that this movie is based on. How happy is the blameless vessel's lot, the world forgetting by the world forgot, eternal sunshine of the spotless mind, each prayer accepted and each wish resigned. There are my top 5 favorite romance movies. Comment, subscribe, but above all, have a good Valentine's Day. Thank you for watching. This is an OMM review. This is OMM signing out.